Hello, everyone. Much very happy today that we guys are still safe. Uh, I hope everyone is doing great during the lockdown. I remind you guys that please wash hands, stay safe, and keep your family very safe because coronavirus is very real. Therefore, today we will be recording our second topic of the Lloyd Club Academy, the first edition English version. And today's topic will be all about the Lloyd Club. What is Lloyd Club as a whole? Therefore, we shall try to understand what really Lloyd Club is, okay? Because you should remember that our first topic was about Prism. What was Prism? What is Prism? So we try to describe the Prism cryptocurrencies as a whole. That's where we looked at paramining, the forging, okay, the Prism nodes. Therefore, now our next topic will be Loy Club because most of you guys have been participating in Loy Club, but they really don't understand what is Loy Club, okay? They don't differentiate Loy Club from the pyramid scheme, so you have a lot of questions, okay? So therefore, in this topic, you quite understand this, okay? So for all the questions you've been asking yourself, is it a pyramid scheme? Is it therefore after all we have looked and understood the Prism coin as a cryptocurrency in general, we are going to understand the Loy Club because Loy Club works with together with the Prism coin. Okay, if you're already a participant in the Loy Club, you will see that you've been depositing Prism cryptocurrencies to the Loy Club account. Therefore, everything moves with the Prism coin. Therefore, after understanding the mining, how Prism cryptocurrency works as a whole, we shall go directly to our next topic of what is Loy Club. Okay, and here are some of the questions we outlined in the topic. When you're to check, you see that. Uh, okay, a minute. You will see that we have these questions. Question number one says, do you have an office? Where can I talk with the staff or management of the club? Okay. And question number two says, is Loy Club a legal entity? This is where we have to focus. Yeah. And the third question says, is the Loy Club a financial pyramid? This is the question. Some of you ask that question. Okay, at yourself, okay? Then question number four says, I have a partnership offer for you. Who can I discuss this with, okay? Question number five, where can I find further plans for the development of the Loy Club project? And also question number six, in that topic of what is Loy Club, why are the forecasts of the increase in the rate of pricing in the roadmap not implemented? Then question number seven, what is CWT? I think you guys, if you've been working with a Loy Club or Prism Coin for a quite of time, you have ever come across CWT, any word of CWT? And also question number eight, under our topic, you have achieved big of income in Prism, and now everyone is waiting for them to become fabulously wealthy. What's next? When people have a lot of coins, mass sales will begin and the delete will collapse or not. Therefore, these are questions we quite ask ourselves, okay? But therefore, I've tried to outline them so that I answer them briefly so that you really understand what is Loy Club. Okay. Therefore, the first thing is that first thing is that we shall first ask ourselves what is Loy Club? Before we proceed with do we have an office? This question will come last, okay? Uh, so I will start with, is Loy Club a legal entity? Okay. The direct answer is Loy Club isn't a legal entity. All right. Loy Club is a community of people and has no legal entity. All right. Well, when we talk about legal entity is where you have the directors, the board of directors, you have the mm, so, different departments, but most of the departments we have in Lloyd Club, they are marketing departments. Okay, so we have leaders. Okay, if you work hard and you're active, you have a huge structure. You qualify to be a curator, and the curator is like a board of the director in a Lloyd Club. So once you're a curator, any ordinary member can become a curator, and you hence bring suggestions on table on how the club can be developed further. All right. So uh, as you all know that a legal entity, someone must have a well documentations like the constitution, the governing rules. So in Lloyd Club we have not the governing rules, but we have those rules which cover our community. So it's a group of people, it's a community whereby people work together in order to reach that financial goal, okay, in order for everyone to become financially stable. Therefore, I think you have got that answer clearly. Is Lloyd Club a legal entity? No, it's a community, okay, where people come together to reach or to focus on one ideology or to make one goal come true. That's a financial goal. Okay, so it's a community of people. It's not a legal entity. In simple terms, it's not a registered company. Okay, all right. Then the next question is the Lloyd Club a financial pyramid? Okay. Um, I will try to talk about more about the financial pyramid. When you hear about the financial pyramid, what comes into your mind? The financial pyramid is where you have to invite someone, then get the referrals. Okay, so once you invest money into a financial pyramid, you will have to invite another person so that that person gets in, deposits, then they pay you. So those new people who join the system, they're the one to pay the old people. But in Lloyd Club, you should understand that Lloyd Club isn't a pyramid scheme, since everything depends on the prison paramining. Just earlier, our previous topic, we are talking about the prison paramining, how new coins are mined. That the more coins you have together onto the wallet, it's a proof of stake. Those coins help you to make more coins. Therefore, Lloyd Club uses that techniques. So that makes it automatically not to become a pyramid scheme because it's not getting money out of the thin air or out of those new people. For instance, for example, if it happens that Lloyd Club has uh, 1,000 members only, and no one is recruiting, no one is joining. Like right now, a few people are joining, but Lloyd Club still sustains the profits or the interest. Okay, still sustains those interests because it doesn't depend on the new people, but it depends on that contribution you make on the one wallet. Then they make a huge power mining and then they share. Okay, therefore even if you're not recruiting, it's an optional case. Okay, therefore, yeah, it's not like it's a must you need to recruit. Okay, mm, uh, but you just need to share that good news. You just do it because you need to share that good news to your family members or relatives or friends. But it's not a must that you must recruit someone because after all, Lloyd Club doesn't depend on recruiting new people. Okay, it depends on the deposits you make as an all the participants. The more coins you make, the more your contribution towards the huge paramining will be. Therefore, you will get that those coins by the end of the 30 days. Okay. After all, is like after understanding that Lloyd Lab is not an illegal entity, you have understood where it gets the profits, it's not a pyramid scheme, okay? Because I told you earlier that pyramid scheme is where you have to get a new person, and that new person pays the old member of the system. Therefore, it moves on like that. That's why pyramid scheme tend to collapse, because it reaches a time like we are in a coronavirus and no one is being recruited. So the company is not getting any money out and it's going to pay off that. So those administration, the company administration, decide to close their system because they are like, they don't want to lose that money. Okay, they thought that the most of the money they place, they fund marketing because they need those new people to join in order to get them cash to give these old people. And for them, they keep their money for these first people in their pockets. Okay, so that's a pyramid scheme briefly, if you were to understand. Okay. Therefore, we shall go on our next question. That was a moment. That was I have a partnership offer. Okay, and whom can I discuss with this with? Okay, so you have a partnership, but you have a suggestion. Let me see. You have a suggestion. All you need to use Prism cryptocurrencies or a Lloyd Club API or any other business you'd like to share with that Lloyd Club project. It's very, very easy and it's very open that make a commercial offer, send it to an email. The email is already given to you, info@lloyd.club. It will be considered in the near future. Or if you feel like you're not, your response, the response has delayed, just contact the senior later around your community. For those in Africa, you can contact me directly. Present your offer, your commercial offer on how you want Lloyd Club to work with you. The offer you have with the Lloyd Club, you need to give the Lloyd Club. Then I will submit it to top senior leaders, to the board of councils, so that they discuss about your offer. So, and another question is that where can I find further plans for the development of the Lloyd Club project? When you're to look onto our website, on the Lloyd Club website, you will see where there's roadmap. Therefore, once you need to know what are the future plans, what are the other implemented plans. You need to check on the roadmap page. Then you will be able to view such data. Okay. Then another question: why are the forecasts of the increase in the rate of prism in the roadmap not implemented? Okay. Some of you guys will ask yourself, because those who came across the roadmap, you saw that currently the major aim of the Lloyd Club community was to increase the prism price to 0.5 US dollars, okay? Whereby one prism was supposed to cost 0.5. And if you to review back in 2019, you saw that the price went even up to 0.7. That's when Lloyd Club implemented that project. But because of the cause of the supply and demand, most of the people, since first we had no Lloyd Club, and most of the people are selling off the coins. They are trying to sell off the coins. Every day, and then they are selling off the coins. And there are some people who are making a huge profits. Okay, so they tend to go on the exchanges, make sales. Therefore, you will see that the supply is bigger than demand. Okay, therefore, once the supply, you have something big to supply and the demand is less, the price will go down. Supposing, for example, if you're in a market and you're selling your watermelon, okay, 3 trucks come to sell the watermelon, okay, and only 2 people are ready to get the watermelon. You will see that that the truck driver or the watermelon seller will have to reduce the price so that it fits the these 2 people get at least a lot of watermelon. So he will need to reduce the price so that these people do what? Get the watermelon in order not for him to make losses as like watermelon getting lot damaged, Okay. Therefore, the prism price, it depends on the supply and demand. Therefore, that's why we emphasize everyone, even if the price is down, we emphasize everyone to buy because at any time the price is going up. Okay. Like it happened in 2019. The price gradually started to increase slowly by slowly. And if you're to see that now the prism cost is very stable, it has been moving now, it's a month, it has been moving on a stable way, 0.08. Okay, so you see that it's moving on a stable way. So very soon it's going to raise, and I hope you guys have got time to buy more coins. Okay. Therefore, I'll suggest that you guys buy more coins instead of waiting for the price raise. Okay, buy more coins, place them. After all, you have Loy Club where you can invest them and get. So even if the price has not raised but it's stable, it's on 0.08 or 0.09, and you have like 1,000 coins, you invest them in the Loy Club, they'll make something like uh, uh, 200 coins. Okay, if you have 1,000 coins, by the end of the month you have something like 1,200 coins. You will sell off the 200 coins and get some profits, on the current price. So that makes you not making any loss. Okay, so by the moment there is any slight change in the price, you will be enjoying the profits as everyone um, could predict. Okay, so and that's it. Therefore, another question is that we need to talk about the CWT. If you ever come about a word CWT, you need to once you come across any word, please take time to do a research because I know and I'm very sure that most of you came across the word CWT. So in today's topic, we're going to talk about the CWT2. Okay, what is CWT? Okay, why is Alloy Club Prism Coin focusing on the CWT? What is the CWT? Why do we focus on the CWT? So here is the answer for it. CWT is an international social movement to change the world together. Okay. So it's an international social movement. Okay. This movement is a like-minded people to a new social economic model of the society, in which the rights of the common man are not just on papers, but also brought to life. Okay, therefore, recently during our first topic, I told you about the Federal Reserve System, whereby those people, everyone who is working and earning a dollar or earning a shilling, she's working for that private company and is making profits. Once you get out the loans from the bank and you return back the interest, you're working for that private company. That's the Federal Reserve System. Okay. Therefore, since PRISM is all about making it's a decentralized system and it's making people to get to that goal and of being financially free, and also Roy Club is also ready to. Its aim is to bring that financial freedom to the people. And you see the same thing happening to the CWT, that it's there it's a movement of like-minded people to a new social economy model of the society, okay, in which rights of the common man are not just on papers, on dollars, but also brought life. Okay, all right, okay. So we need a life whereby you don't need to hustle a lot. Okay, okay, hustle a lot to get that paper money. Because when you see that or someone who made the dollar, he just sits down on his or her printer, then gets a piece of paper plus ink, plus the design, then print out bundles, billions of dollars. And he's just sitting in the chair. Therefore, and for you, an ordinary person or a common person or vulnerable person, as the president of Uganda said, a vulnerable poor, okay, you need to work hard. You need to wake up very early in the morning at Zara at 7, prepare for work, then go for work, leave at 7 without enjoying with in life with your family. Okay, you work for 30 days, then you earn a living. You're given something like $100. But someone down there is sitting in the Federal Reserve System, just ordering, placing pieces of papers, ink, electricity, and the machine prints that amount. Okay. Therefore, we need that fair system. We need that fair society, and that's what we are aiming to. That everyone will enjoy once we fight together to reach or to achieve that financial freedom. Therefore, since we all have one aim, that brings us to B1. Okay, that's CWT as the head and Prism as the tool. Now Loy Club using Prism Coin as a tool. Therefore, since we are chasing one goal of bringing a financial freedom to change the world together, okay, we are working together. CWT, Loy Club, and Prism Coin. All right, because Prism Coin is a tool whereby everyone at least can make money out of the blue, just placing money. Let your money work for you. Therefore, that will bring a financial goal just more nearer. Okay. So CWT is a movement which aims at bringing a financial freedom to everyone, more especially to a common man. Okay. So therefore, we are going to another question, okay, which says you have achieved a big income in prison. Okay. Now everyone is waiting for them to become fabulous wealth. What's next? When people have a lot of coins, muscles will begin and the lead will collapse or not. Okay. Therefore, some people might ask, okay, we are participating in the Lloyd Club, you know uh, I have, supposing I have something like one or 500 prisms, then I'm making that huge power mining. Okay, the 20% of the 500, it looks quite a lot of prisms. Okay, so what will happen? Okay, will all those people making a lot of profits from Red Club rush to sell off the coins and the price will collapse again, will go down, gradually collapse? No. What are we focusing on as the Loy Club signaturators? Okay, we are focusing on and what you guys should focus on. You should bring those ideas where you can make Prism uh, being a mode of exchange. Okay, just like use Uganda shillings to buy food. Our main focus is to make Prism a mode of payment. Okay, all right. So the moment the people are making a lot of prisms, it will be a mode of payment. Okay, so someone having a lot of prisms, you will be able to use those prisms to buy a laptop, to buy a phone, to buy a house, to buy a land. Therefore, those are the projects we are implementing in every country, in every continent, so that we have that Prism product and service that I can buy a product or I can get any service like the utility bills while I'm using the Prism cryptocurrency. Those are the projects we are implementing that each and every time we are working to make the usability of Prism coin very popular. Okay, so I think don't worry about making a lot of coins and going to the exchange and buying. Very soon, projects are launching in Africa, in different parts of the country, whereby someone can exchange or get a service or any product using the Prism coin. All right. We shall go back to our first question, which say that, do you have an office? Let us make it to be the last question. Do you have an office? Where can I talk with the staff and management of the club? Okay. We have offices all over the at least the world. We have a few offices since we have just started to implement. In Uganda, we have an office ready and working in a district called Iganga, and I'm the leader of that office. I'm the manager of that office. Even anyone can get an office in any part of the country or in any part of the continent, okay? Mostly South Africa, Nigerians, Kenya. You can get an office. What you need to do is like you need to show activeness. You need to become actuator. Once you become actuator and show how active you are, like you're having that structure, that good structure, at least you come to a gold rank, okay? That's being with 216 people, okay? 216 people. You're eligible to get an office, okay? Therefore, each and everyone is eligible to get an office fully paid and facilitated by the Loy Swam Club, okay? Therefore, once you become a later have that youth team, show activeness, you are eligible to get an office, okay? And this is the first step. Whoever is participating in the academy, he or she has a high chance of having an office because this is the first step of becoming a later. Once you attend the academy, you're eligible to become a later. We teach you how to build a structure in a simple way, without facing any difficulty. Okay. All right. So those are the questions, and that marks the end of our topic, our today's topic. We were talking about the Loy Club. Okay, what's Loy Club? Briefly, what's Loy Club? Okay, before we switch to our next topic of how it works, you first need to understand the Loy Club. Okay, because most of the people are made made not understand why Loy Club and Prism CWT are connecting. Now you have the answer as to why Loy Club, CWT, and Prism coin. And at least you understand where Loy Club is getting the profits to give us because you already understood the paramining, the Prism paramining during our first topic. So you will not need to ask more questions as to why Loy Club gets, Loy Club, is it a pyramid scheme? You don't need to ask those questions again. Okay. If you have any question, please, once you're done with watching this video, please feel free to inbox in the chat so that I can answer you directly your questions. So the topic is done, and now the tasks will be one. You will make a video tutorial, just have done. It's not a video tutorial. You'll make a video, personal video, record yourself while you're trying to explain people what is Loy Club. Okay, what is Loy Club? Is it a pyramid scheme? Is it a legal entity? Where to find the officers? What's the roadmap about the prism let okay, try to make a video of something like a few minutes, something like 10, a maximum of 10. Try to briefly explain a summarized video to briefly explain a person and upload that video on your YouTube channel. Briefly explain what is the Loy Club, is that going to be a pyramid scheme? And then the next task will be, okay, The next task will be you will need to okay. Mm, you will need to open an account in the CWT. If you're to check on the timetable which was offered you earlier, you just need to click on that link down there, which has, it's a must, you must click on it. The CW to the top, then that link in the brackets. Click on that link, register or sign up for an account on CWT, all right? Mm, then make a video, explain what is Loic Lab, just exactly what I've been talking about, how it is working, what's the goal, you know, mm, is it a pyramid scheme, etc. So make a video, a maximum of 10 minutes, then submit it. Don't forget to open or sign up for an account on the CWT. If you have any question, please don't hesitate to ask it in the chat. Thank you. See you.